deck.
I guess this William, you really kind of have to worry a little bit because knowing that it's a 60-card deck, you know, there really aren't 60 yummy cards you can put together. So Fiendsmith is similarly paired with
anything on res?
Yummy pretty often, I'd say, right? Great light monsters, certainly not too bad. But now we're going to go ahead and link off here into our first link one.
Effective Snatchy.
Let's go around to Yummy Snatchy.
So we have Surprise in hand, and now he's going to resolve his Snatchy. He's going to be able to search out a copy of the field spell. Mignon.
Effect of Mignon.
All right, so Yummy Amusement Mignon going to activate its effect, bringing back the Cupsy image of the field. The materials are a level 1 monster and a level 1 tuner, unless it's a link monster. And so we're going to go ahead and jump ahead here, bring out Cupsy anyway. That's going to get stopped, though, by Dominus Purge, which we know in Cool Tune can bite you in the behind, because, of course, you do have the Cool Tune record that's a fire monster. Try to chain there, but we did stop it, of course, with the Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion.
Let's go ahead and activate pre-preparation, right?
Oh, here it comes. Take a look at William's response. He just says sure, so it's ritual time.
And this will now reveal and confirm one of the additional engines in Steven's deck. So now we know, at least if you're William, you're slowly gaining information now that a Mitsurugi Mira has hit the table. And, of course, the corresponding
Good here.
Habakiri.
All roads lead to Habakiri, because we are about to reveal it, I would assume.
Yep.
Special summon a reptile from the Mitsurugi Persuasion, and then tribute a monster off your field. Usually this is Saji to get even more advantage, and it is.
Looks like a Starlight Saji, actually.
Nice stuff
and
there.
A Starlight copy of Prayers as well.
Somebody has been digging deep into the sets, both core booster packs and legendary modern decks.
Activate to summon from hand.
Sure.
And speaking of digging deep, let's go ahead and ritual summon here. Going to use the summon from hand effect to go ahead and tribute from the deck, and the tribute is likely Ame no Murakumo no... No, okay, actually we are going for the Aramasa there. And
Kusanagi, right?
Aramasa challenge.
It's either just 8 or 4 plus 4. So now this will allow him to search his deck for a copy of Futsu. And then he's going to be able to get back from the graveyard that Prayers.
So this is a quote-unquote real Mitsurugi deck in the sense that usually you see kind of limited packages, but this is like all in.
And now we are going to tribute off from the field Habakiri. This will allow him to ritual summon a copy of Mirakumo from his deck. Now he's going to be able to resolve the effect of his Habakiri.
We're getting the purification, so setting up for the future here. Your opponent already down 2 cards and not able to use their best fire monsters.
One thing to note, right, we've spoken a little bit about having a 60-card deck. There is that trade-off where it might impact your consistency, though it also might impact the likelihood of drawing those non-searchable, non-engine cards. However, one of the advantages is if you are going to incorporate a card like Mitsurugi Great Purification, a card you really ideally would not like to naturally draw, it does lower the odds of doing so. I remember some of the Adventure Synchro decks from several years ago. It had numerous cards that you didn't want to draw, but by playing 60, you could mitigate that a little bit.
Kind of like making lemonade, right? If there's too much sugar, pour water. If there's not enough, pour more sugar.
So now we have the mirror allowing him to summon.
We went ahead and ritual summoned out the Futsu no Matama no Mitsurugi, and then by tributing Ame no Murakumo no Mitsurugi, it adds a card and summons back on the field. But it looks like we're going to link those 2 off. Materials are 2 level 8 monsters, but what's it going to be?
We're going to see him go into
Oh, wow,
Camellia.
Sky Strikers. Yeah, that's a way to get some stuff to the grave.
Sure. Yeah. There's Camellia, which is going to send down a copy of Hornet Drones from the deck. Steven is incorporating a very small Sky Striker package, as you can see.
Well, it's kind of common in Yummy because you do have a number of ways to be able to send things down. We are going to use Kakari here to bring back our token-generating spell.
Now we finally have the copy of Surprise that we knew from the first action of Cupsy. It's going to bring back the Cupsy, and now Cupsy is going to combine with Kagari to allow him to conduct a Synchro Summon.
Effective Lollipop.
And now it's to Lollipop.
Sure. So just checking the graveyard there, nothing to worry about for the most part. So we will bring back, with their effects negated, Yummy and Yummy Statue.
Yes.
Send away monsters again for a Link summon, I believe.
And now we're going to go into Reproductosaurus. That Cupsy is very,
Sure.
very intentionally placed beneath the Reproductosaurus. That's in order to turn it into a Fiend Fairy. Sorry, a Light Fiend in order to utilize now the Fiendsmith package.
And now we get a lot of just raw power here as the combo continues. I think it feels pretty safe. You're probably, your opponent had an Nibiru the Primal Being, they probably would have used it by now. And having that Lacrima, sending away, of course, the Fiendsmith Engraver, means that we could end on, well, a number of different things, right? You could go for Triple D Wave High King Caesar if you played your cards right, or you could go for Fiendsmith's Desiree. So I'm curious to see what Steven is going to pick.
I have to imagine Caesar is the play that he's done more often this weekend, but I'll allow him to go through the sequence, no pun intended.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and return materials here. It looks like it's going to be Fiendsmith, Requiem, and Lacrima the Crimson Tear set back. Oh, but it's Aerial Leader this time. We are not done.
It's going to send back down the Lacrima.
Effective Engraver.
Now he's going to special summon back the Engraver, and now that's going to put...
Aerial Leaders in this.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lacrima back into the deck.
I think you're right. Triple D Wave High King Caesar seems likely here with these two Fiends.
It also forces a Nibiru check. As you're threatening Caesar.
Yeah. Good here?
Yes.
So now we're going to see these overlaid into Caesar.
All right, Ixie summon, were we right? Yeah, we were. So what are we looking at? Obviously, Futsuno Mitama no Mitsurugi is such a powerful card. So good that they use the effect again on Cool Tube back-to-back, right? We know how good it is that when your opponent summons, you get to play or you get to do something. Same deal if they activate effects here. And we also have the two summon negations, or at least summon effect negations from the Triple D Wave High King Caesar. But we're bringing back the Kusanagi, losing 800 life points for the trouble.
Yep, so he's utilizing prayers to special summon that back out of the graveyard. And now we have Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep's part of many differing combo-based strategies that we've seen so far in the Ritual of Light and Darkness deck.
Do you want to cut?
Yeah.
But he is going to pass. So now what the Cross Sheep here is threatening is the fact that Futsu's on the field, plus the ability to conduct summons of Mitsurugi monsters.
Stand by me.
No, you're good.
So that's a good one to start with.
10.
As that confirms now William is another one of the Cool
many
Toon
cards
duelists
after
this
that?
weekend that
3,
has
right?
elected to
Yeah.
incorporate Pot of Desires in his deck. That is going to prompt, though, the use of Great Purification. So he will now tribute his Futsu.
Chainlink 1, Futsu, Chainlink 2, Mirror.
That's
fine.
quite a bit.
So Futsu gets to come back out. Mirror gets to be added back to the hand for future ritual summons. Or sorry, back to the deck for future ritual summons.
And
The
then
hand,
chain
back
Cross
to
Sheep
future ritual summons.
to draw 2.
Now, because
fine.
a monster has been special summoned, that is a ritual, Cross Sheep will now allow
Did you
draw
mirror
2.
put back?
Yeah, Mirror. Yeah, I added it.
William maybe
Oh, I see.
testing the fences here, trying to see what he can get done or how his opponent might respond. Still 40 minutes left on the clock, so there's plenty of time, and I'm not going to say that it's a hopeless situation. It's not the scariest field I've ever seen, but at the same time, it is at least on his back foot when he only has so many cards left in his hand.
So he's going to use Rotary and reveal the Ghost Ogre. That puts Rotary down on the field.
On summon.
So now if he
Let's go ahead and
can deal with the Rotary, which I imagine that he can, it's really going to put William in a tough spot. So he's going to activate Mitsurugi Prayers. He's going to bring back the Mirakumo.
effective Murakumo on summon. Take 8.
So now he'll utilize the Regeki effects. And knowing that William has just a Ghost Ogre in hand, I'm not sure he has a path forward here.
Maybe it would be a strange choice, but looks like we're going to go ahead and use the Cool Tune Q.
This Q is going to need to do everything.
Everything. But it is almost its full combo in and of itself, right? I mean, you can get to quite a bit. We've used up quite a few effects, but the Typhon, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to hard commit to it. But if you do summon a monster and your opponent's done everything else, this is not a bad way to get it started. I imagine you detach in order to get rid of the Triple D Wave High King Caesar and maybe just attack over the cross sheet, but you're still staring down 2 giant ritual monsters.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely times where Typhoon swings the game, especially if it's not expected. I'm not sure there's going to be enough here, though. He's electing instead to attack over the cross sheet.
Main 2.
Yeah.
And now he's going to detach. And now here's where likely he will send back. Oh, maybe not the High King Caesar. He's going to go for Marakumo, clear one of the larger bodies. Maybe see if that's going to be a sufficient way of stymieing Steven, but Steven has so many cards in his hand, I think he'll be able to navigate sufficiently enough through just that Ghost Ogre in hand. It is convenient that he knows that Ghost Ogre is in his hand as well.
I wonder if the reasoning there
Yeah, no, you're good. That's
is
true.
that perhaps... Oh,
Let's go. Yeah, my face.
wonder who we got here. Judges issued a little quick reminder, but I'm not sure what happened there. But either way, we do have the Typhon on the field.
Main phase 1.
Yep.
Normal summon.
Sure.
I wonder what this means. Oh, just going to go into Link Karibo. Could be an SP Lula to banish. But it looks like we're going to use the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit in order to get rid of the Yummy Amusement Mignon.
That is fine.
Okay.
Even I should have caught that because I was the one who mentioned Dominus Purge. So this just in from our Yu-Gi-Oh! Judges. Procedural error minor warning. And chat, I'm sorry I didn't see it faster. The Typhon is a dark monster and Dominus Purge is on that list. So not only no fires, but no darks. And you can see William looking up to the sky. Maybe he realized that...
I'm sorry, just to verify, he can die by battle, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, he can in fact be destroyed as roll to battle. We're entering the battle phase. It's going to be just a few hundred.
300.
And then another 300.
2028.
There's a moment there I was trying to... Does Typhon's attack get increased by something? Because sometimes if you can actually get it over 3,000, you can stop itself. But yeah, absolutely, it is that Purge that was activated. Not a card that you often think of impacted by Purge, right? You often think about your hard engine pieces, but the utility pieces can sometimes be impacted by the Dominus cards as well. But nevertheless, we saw Steven really take advantage of being able to go first. When you go first and you're playing these 60 card variations, your ceiling is often quite a bit higher. We saw the impact there of Mitsurugi Great Purification, and we saw the ability to kind of filter from one different type of archetype within his deck to the other. So it's really ideal for Steven. You really want to win game 1, especially because going into side decking, one of the concerns with playing 60 cards is, you know, if you side deck, let's just say Harpy's Feather Duster, well, you have to draw a single copy. Even if you play the additional, let's say Lightning Storms or evenly matched, now all of a sudden you're still sitting there with a 60 card deck, and if your deck doesn't inherently have draw power within it, the odds of you drawing that in a 60 card strategy are lower than if you just had elected to play 40. So there is another concession as we now get into the sided games by having a larger deck. You might have that increased ceiling in game 1. You might have the ability to lessen the odds of drawing cards naturally, like Mitsurugi Great Purification. But now that we get into these sided games, this could be a little bit of an uphill battle depending on what he's playing against. Now, luckily for Steven, I will say, one of the elements that you need to take into consideration is